a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Okay. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage to the right. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. Inside. Touchdown, Auburn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? He scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Boy, he wasn't far from taking that one a long way as they get him stopped on the return at the 45. The play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock the boat.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. And they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Jones. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Rushes on him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, creating turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, the running back has it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So here comes the Auburn offense. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Across the 45. He's running free down the middle. The tag. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. Puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Here's the pressure. Still running at the 40. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Offense getting set for 1st down. Give to the single back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Right on the money. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. And I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The run to the left. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When offense starts to get inside the 5, defensively, I get more and more aggressive. I get closer and closer to my guy. I got to understand that ball comes out. It's tight windows. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Their way in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
They want to run this quarterback. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuck. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give from the gun. There we go.
Is it in an offense where you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him he had been running wild.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add them down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. That's it, 5. And they're not on the same page there.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. The play action fake. On target. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Now on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count.
Breaks into the open. Running through contact. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this 1st half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick strike complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Working that left side now. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Auburn lines up quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This is going to be a tough field goal try. 55 yards in from the left hash. And that might be the edge of his range, but he has just enough. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Lewis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Finds his tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Hands it off. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. That Auburn offense onto the field again. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all...
Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by a field goal over Boise State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. And he knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to fourth down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
Finds his man. It's Watkins. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Man, they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Calls his own number. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing the score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth.
That should have been 3 yards.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys.
I called that cover 2 play.
As we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play. And you might
Yeah, I thought I had it, man. God damn, I thought I.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Yeah, try to goddamn get it.
Try the outside to the left.
Oh, good shit.
Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just going to keep it after the snap. They make the stop it. He'll have enough yardage for a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the run. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fitted in the window for the score. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Auburn offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Power football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, going RPO on that 2nd down, the idea was they were going to have to throw and try to get a big chunk of yards to maybe get the first or set up 3rd and short, but no problem because your quarterback's playing smart football right now, and he takes off running when no one's there. Now you've given yourself a good chance to convert this 3rd down because of the quarterback's decision-making.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Finds the tight end. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Tight end now in motion. The give on the inside. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. They'll move the tight end. This quarterback part of their running game. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's 3rd and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is
Good game, bro. Ooh, I needed that one, but good
He
game.
has to be happy with what he's seen from his offense here in game 1. They didn't turn the football over, and here you are. You're dialing up your favorite play in the playbook. Victory formation.
what a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost.
That's true. They've got to